on the phone. Do you want to say hi? He's
right.
breathing heavily, so he says hello.
We should be
My
streaming.
man.
We should be streaming. Got to remember to hit the record button, though.
Yes, you definitely do. There we go.
It's always important, but
Okay.
before I do that, I got to turn some music on.
Come here.
It's good to be back.
Oh, yeah.
Back with my friends. Most of
Good
the
to
year.
have Joey back.
It is good. It's good to have you back, too. I mean, stateside, that is. Stateside.
It's good to have everybody back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, listen. Good to have the crew back. Hoping Fife's able to join in later,
That'd
too.
be awesome.
I know we'll probably do picks next week because, again, I think we'll probably end up doing a show. I'm hoping maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We'll see. If it's got to be Thursday, that's okay too. If we miss one game, I guess. Yeah, just excited to have all you guys back. And while you're back, I don't know. Did you know this? Dave didn't know this last week. But he didn't realize that he wasn't even following us. He wasn't. He didn't even like it, like subscribe. He didn't subscribe. Do that like and subscribe and follow and sharing thing. He didn't realize it until last week. He'd been doing the show the whole time. And he didn't even do. And then he realized it was 3 seconds. He did it in 3 seconds.
Wow.
So I don't know if there's anybody else out there that's listening or wants to listen, or if you know how to listen, you like, you subscribe, you share, you follow. Why not do all those free fun things?
Free and fun. It's great.
Right?
Woo-hoo.
Right? No, it's not free though.
What?
CD Lamb. CD Lamb ain't free. He is, as a matter of fact, the highest paid non-quarterback of all time, right? Is that the proper phrasing at $34 million annually a year? I get that that's not exactly how it breaks out, but that's how it's going to hit cap-wise, I guess. But yeah, 34 a year annually sets a new bar. And coming home stateside, this has got to be a little bit of a present for you, Dave. What do you think?
I was quite happy to see CD get paid and have that put behind us. Now you just got to take care of Dak and Micah. But no, I was very happy to see it. Locks him up with Dallas for the next 5 years. The 4 years is technically an extension. So locks him up with Dallas for the next 5 years. And I mean, there's no denying he's a top, 3 to 5 wide receiver. I don't know how many guys, I think most of us put in Jefferson in one, but I don't know how many guys you'd name before you'd get to CD. So, it's the year of the wide receiver holdouts and guys getting paid. I mean, it literally just happened a few minutes before we got together. Aiyuk also got an extension as well for 4 years and $120 million.
Wait a minute, really?
Yeah, literally just happened like maybe 20 minutes ago.
I did not know that. Is he still with San Fran, or was it a trade?
No, San Fran gave him 4 years, $120 million, $79 million signing bonus.
See, once CD signed, and now all the other dominoes are going to come into effect. They're going to start falling.
Yeah, CD comes in a touch below Jefferson in overall total deal value. But I think per year, Eric's spot on with the per year cost. I could be wrong, but yeah. And now Aiyuk comes in as tied with St. Brown and Detroit as the third highest wide receivers paid in the league.
That's insane.
Guys are getting money.
Yeah, breaking news. There it is.
There's a lot of pie.
That is, that's big time news too. Because I mean, listen, that might be our first real breaking news that we've ever had, where it was like real time almost.
That's awesome.
That's that to be honest, I think it's too much. I guess the Niners have it to spend. The cap goes up every year. They figure maybe deal makes sense down the line for them. I don't know. 30 a year puts him at what? Like, would you say how much was that? Or where's he? So. Well, no, but I'm saying that's 30 a year. Where's that put him behind like Jefferson and them? So it's behind Jefferson, behind Tyreek, behind who else?
No, so it ties him third with St. Brown in Detroit.
Okay,
he's not worth it. I'm sorry. A guy who we've gone over the numbers, I believe ranked 29th overall in the last since he's come into the league in as far as the position goes. I just don't see that being worth that kind of money. I just really don't. That's insanity. I think the money's getting absolutely too crazy. I heard Adam Schefter talking with Stephen A, and he was saying that he almost thinks that quarterbacks and these people don't get paid enough. What? And that quarterbacks don't get enough because of their value to the team, this and that. And I mean, receivers are getting up there too because they now seem to be the second highest valued position on the field. I just don't know how long this is sustainable for. And I'm going to keep reiterating that because at some point this market is going to change. And when that is, I'm not sure. But right now, it's just that there's too much money just getting thrown around to these guys. And, you still got 53 other guys on the roster. I just don't see him where. And Aiyuk's not even the best receiver on their team. He's not even number one on their team. He's still behind Debo. So you're paying the number 2 guy on your team $30 million. I just don't see it. I would have let him walk. I would have let him go somewhere else. I would have traded him for something. But I just don't. But again, I know somebody was going to pay him this money. He was going to get his money no matter what. Just like I hope Dak gets his money from the Giants next year. And I'm gonna wish it into existence, Dave. It's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep putting it out into the atmosphere until it manifests.
So look, this all goes back to what I said maybe a month ago now. At this point, not the fact that you're the next guy up that you deserve to be paid. I'm sorry, because I think he's a really good talent as well, but I just don't think he's a top tier wide receiver in the league. And I gotta go to maybe they need to have an all-pro on their resume before they get top dollar at their position. He's really good. They probably should have traded him and got value for him instead of giving him that money, because now are they going to pay Purdy? Are they going to have 2 guys that are making $25 million plus each, plus McCaffrey, plus Purdy? This is tough. You can't pay everybody. And Trent Williams is holding out too. So don't forget, you still got to pay the best left tackle in the league as well.
Yeah, and I'd rather give that money to Trent Williams.
Same.
I think a lot of people are speculating that this basically spells that this is the last year for Debo in San Fran. They'll probably have to let him go as a cap casualty next year.
Oh wow! My bad, Dave. Timmy in the chats. What up, Timmy? I asked him about his thoughts on Aiyuk getting paid, and he said that he's not surprised. He thinks that he has a no-trade clause as well in that deal, so they're pretty much stuck with him once he said no.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting play, and I mean, look, Debo's body's been taking a beating, so I mean, I don't know if moving on from him after this year is the worst idea. But I don't know if moving on from him and expecting Aiyuk to be your number 1 wide receiver is the best idea either. So, but San Fran, I mean, they've been consistently competitive now for 5-6 years, and they like what they have there. They trust their GM and John Lynch, and they trust their head coach, and I think they're a team that believes they can make do with putting their money where they believe they should, and sacrificing in other areas.
Well, listen, it's put up or shut up now, I guess, for Aiyuk. He got his money, and we're going to have to see where he goes from here. But I guess that's it's a good way to get rid of this distraction before the year for the Niners. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say.
I guess tomorrow we'll be hearing about Chase.
And just to give you the idea of these are the extensions that were signed this offseason. Justin Jefferson, 4 years, $140 million. CeeDee Lamb, 4 years, $136 million. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 years, $120.01 million. Brandon, 4 years, $120 million. DJ Moore, 4 years, $110 million. AJ Brown, 3 years, $96 million. Tyreek Hill, 3 years, $90 million. Waddle, 3 years, $84.75 million. Devontae Smith, 3 years, $75 million. Nico Collins, 3 years, $72.75 million. Michael Pittman, 3 years, $70 million. Jerry Jeudy, 3 years, $52.5 million. Mike Evans, 2 years, $41 million.
Are your lungs okay? I know you have COVID, but
I'm gonna
are
throw
you
out
okay
something
after
there.
putting all those names out there?
Did it as fast as I could.
You did a hell of a job. But what
did.
I'm wondering is there really that much of a difference from the top of that list to the bottom of that list? If you look at the bottom one you just read off, Mike Williams, 2 years, 41 or 42 million, whatever it was, 21 a year. Then you go up to Aiyuk, and you go up to these other guys like Jefferson.
There's definitely
there's
Jefferson,
but
CD.
Mike Evans has been 10 years straight of 1,000 yards. I mean, you can't ask for more production than that man gives you every year. I know he's older, but I'm just saying that's But I'm just saying, is it worth $100 million more? Like.
These guys are in their prime.
I don't know. Is it worth
It's their
14,
first
15 million more a year? But that's where I'm looking at it if I'm a GM. And if I know I could have went out and signed Mike Evans for half, or not half, but 3/4 of what I signed, Aiyuk to, I think I would have went with Mike Evans instead of Aiyuk. That's just me. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe it's not. But I think it's better value for Mike Evans than it is for Aiyuk.
Well, I mean, value. Yeah, I mean, but like Joey said, right? You're talking you're talking being in a position where some of these guys I would 100% at this point I would take over Mike Evans, because you're talking the extension, right? They gave him 2 years at 20-something million a year, 4 years for 30 million a year. You know what I mean? Like you are playing in different ballparks.
But I'm just saying, but even if you take it by a year basis, so I'm saying 30 million this year for Aiyuk or 21 for Mike Evans. I'm taking Mike Evans on the 21 all day.
Yeah, you're at I just.
It's all relevant to each other, because what if Mike Evans maybe doesn't even fit San Francisco's system?
I don't know.
So why take him for 20
fits
million?
Talent, in my opinion.
Not necessarily. Yeah. Look at
Good
Brock
coaches
Purdy.
find ways to use talent.
Purdy's the Mr. Relevant, but he has found a system where he excels in.
Yeah.
Do you think he would be that way in other systems? I don't think so.
No, but you can say the same about Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to be the same if he wasn't with Andy Reid. He's not. He's not a 3-time Super Bowl winner. He's not. He's not. He hasn't even sniffed the play. He doesn't have a career without Andy Williams or Andy Reid. I mean, Andy Reid. Andy Reid to me made Mahomes, and Mahomes extended Andy Reid's career.
I don't know about that one. He definitely extended Andy Reid's career, where he made him a definite Hall of Famer.
Think on that one.
Well, we didn't know who was going. That's why he's home, so it's tough to know. Who. That's why I paused, because if Dave wants to go, he could definitely jump in. Dave, you got anything to?
I mean, honestly, I think Mahomes and Reid are just a great combination together. I think both of them are they both are reasons why they've had the success that they've had. I don't really know if I would say one more than the other, but I think when you look at it, right? Like I just. Because Eric, you mentioned the average per year. So I got that ranking in front of me as well. It's Jefferson, then Lamb, then A.J. Brown, St. Brown, Hill, and Aiyuk are tied for 5th at $30 million a year. Like, I'm taking Tyreek Hill over Aiyuk.
I'm with you on that as well.
I'm taking Tyreek Hill absolutely over Aiyuk. That's what I mean, is Aiyuk doesn't fit into the equation in the right way.
Dave, maybe you're right, Dave. Maybe they're going to end up trading Debo next year, because they took Parasol, is that his name?
Parasol?
With the late pick. So it doesn't make sense for them to have all 3 guys, especially when you have to pay Purdy. So Dave could be 100% right that they're looking to move off Debo next year.
Maybe. I don't know.
And trust me, that's not an original thought. That's something that I saw on Twitter. So
I'm not trying to
But my problem is somebody's still going to pay Debo that money. And that's what I'm saying, is I just think this wide receiver market has gotten out of control. Now, I get it that eventually it happened with running backs, where that market got corrected. And outside of, McCaffrey, nobody really makes unbelievable money as a running back. It just doesn't happen. Even him, he's not breaking 20 million, it's eventually going to correct itself because there's so many good receivers, so many good young receivers.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And how, every year more and more keep coming out of the draft because guess what? Everybody in college is throwing too. So guess what? There's only good receivers coming out now. You don't have you don't have as many great running backs coming out, and you do, and you can find a few here and there in the draft, but in the later rounds.
True.
You don't got to spend the money or the draft capital to get a good running back these days. Eventually that's going to happen with this receiver market because people are going to start prioritizing, I think, offensive line more, defensive line more, other positions more, as especially they're going to have to find ways to stop these receivers. You're going to see cornerbacks who are already highly paid getting paid probably even more.
I think $20 million a year.
Eventually the market's going to correct, but I don't know when that is. Clearly it's not now. But that's what I see for my distant NFL future.
Exactly.
If I had my crystal ball here.
Exactly what you just said, Eric. If I was a GM, I don't know why I would invest in the O-line, and if I have my quarterback, I'm drafting guys then for my quarterback to make better every year so I can spend my money in other better ways.
Exactly. And wide receivers are ones that are coming out of college now and ready to play.
Yep.
They are making a difference year one. They're not coming in and having to learn. There's no learning curve. They're coming in and being
receivers.
Yeah. I mean, especially the ones coming out of LSU. I mean, that's the one thing that's got me hyped about Neighbors. Although I got to tell you, I don't know if you heard this story today or in the last couple days, Dave, with Neighbors and the jersey. His jersey number one. I got to tell you, that bothers me.
Oh, because it was retired?
It bothers me because it was retired. If it wasn't retired and he had to go to somebody else on the team and do what he had to do to get his number, I don't care about that. When you take somebody's retired number, now I get it, he called and he talked to the family and whatever, but this guy retired in 1935.
Oh,
I heard that he was, his claim to fame is he was the inventor of the screen pass.
Okay.
He was that's his claim to fame. But I mean you're gonna take this guy's number? Come on. And
he's gonna make the number into something, Eric.
The number was already something.
Nobody knew who the hell is this guy?
Ray Flattery?
I don't even know.
But
Flattery,
yes. So I mean, again, he was a good player way back in the day. Apparently, I think he was best friends with Bing Crosby or something too. I heard on the radio today while I was out and about.
Oh my God.
But that's how far back this goes. You're gonna take this guy's number. It's the only thing the family's got left to hold on to. You're gonna take it from him. I don't get it.
He asked.
Regardless. And the guy's a Hall of Famer, so it's not like he's just a giant Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. So
That's a little
I got a bit of an issue with Neighbors already, and I hate to say that because I think he's going to be phenomenal. I think he could be, if Daniel Jones is a tryhard this year, like I expect him to be because his contract is on the line. Neighbors could be a Rookie of the Year type candidate if the Giants are even a 500 team. Because I think he can make that big an impact.
I think he's going to have that.
I just hate the way he went about this. I wish he would have picked another number. It could have been 11. It could have been any other number for that not retired, and I would have been okay with it. I don't know. How do you guys feel? I know you guys probably don't give a shit about Neighbors and his number, but how would you guys feel? I'm going to pose it to you this way. What if somebody wanted, I want to say Troy Aikman's number, or what if somebody wanted Joe Namath's number and said, first. I'm going to call the family and get the okay, but how would you feel about it as a fan?
I mean, I think the pressure when you wear the number of a Hall of Fame player, whether getting permission from them or the permission from the organization, whatever. I mean, the pressure is on you. Right, that guy already did his thing. That guy's already in the Hall of Fame. The Giants already got him in the Ring of Honor, their Ring of Honor, or whatever. Right, to me, all this does is put a different kind of pressure on him. I don't think end of the world. I think he's still going to be fine. I think the kid's going to have a great career. But overall, I mean, it's a number, right? Dallas is had 4 different guys wear the number 88. That number is special. And if you wear that number, that special meaning is on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that wore it before you, they did their thing. They're good. They earned that number. It's in Dallas, you got 88, you got 94. I mean, the one number that Dallas seems like they're not, or 2 numbers or the main number is
8 and 22.
I mean, not like 8 and 22. Yes, the triplets hold a special place, but I think 12 is maybe the only number because Staubach also was a war hero too. Like he wasn't just.
Oh, this guy was as well. This guy was as well.
So like
Hey,
I
make
mean,
me
I
feel
think
bad, Eric.
That's what I mean is like there's meaning behind this guy's number being retired. It's not just that the Giants just chose it to be, he meant something to the team, especially back in the early days.
All right, I'm going to agree with Timmy. Timmy said numbers are like too big of a deal today. I agree with that. Look, even our beloved Yankees, they have so many numbers retired.
Every one of them special. Don't you?
I'm not crapping on that. But if you think you have a special player, give him one of those special numbers. Honestly, what's wrong with that? Dave just explained.
I'm going to give you one of my special numbers in a minute.
88 is a special number. They give that to all these who they think are great receivers with their franchises. What's wrong with that? That's great respect.
No.
Why?
Because you respect the number as is. You pick a different number. You pick it inverted. Do something else. There's other things that could be done. Why do you have to have that number? Like, again, why? Like, why? Like, why do you have to be? Why do you have to be so possessive of a number? If it's only a number, is it going to really affect how you play on the field? And if it does, then
Maybe
I don't know.
does.
I don't know if psychologically I want to be involved with you if this number is going to make or break how your career is with us.
I was told that the younger players today like the single digits because it makes them look thinner on the field, as opposed to having.
It could be a thing. I have no idea. He could be bullshitting me. I have no idea.
That's what I heard. Honestly, that's what I heard.
That's wild. Dave, any thoughts on that?
No, I think we'll roll. I think we can keep rolling. I mean, personally, I think the number it depends on the franchise. The Yankees, that's a little. I feel like that might be even a little different than.
I was just using them as an example, but I like how you brought up Dallas. How if they think they have a stud receiver, here's 88 for you.
See,
I
but
like it. I do. I think it's cool. But that's okay. We're dying on different hills on this. It's okay.
We are. A hill that, I think we're all going to not need to die on. I just say it's pretty much flat ground here. But I'm going to bring it up anyway. I think it's hysterical, Kadarius Toney got cut. Now, I think it's absolutely, I was talking with Fife the other day, and he's absolutely right when he says that it's totally the involvement of the Gettleman era. Because we drafted him instead of Micah Parsons. Then we get rid of him. He goes on to KC.
Really?
We get rid of him. He goes on to KC. Wins two championships with KC. Like it couldn't have worked out any better for Tony, and couldn't have worked out any worse for the Giants. And I just find it funny that he's not even going to be in the league anymore. He's not very good.
Did
and
he
it just
really
Gettleman
work out for him? I know he's got a couple Super Bowls, but he didn't do anything.
Oh no, but I'm just saying for Tony it worked out. For Kadarius Toney,
he's not getting paid.
He got 2 rings, so he's still got money. He got enough money. If he was smart with his money, I'm sure he's doing okay. If he was smart.
What was that draft? 2019?
2018, 2019, somewhere around there. When was Micah Parsons drafted, Dave?
This will be his 4th season.
It's 2020?
Sounds about right.
I'm going to look something up.
Could be. Joey's looking it up right now, but any thoughts on Tony getting cut?
I mean, I actually, the meme you sent me of him working at McDonald's had me fucking dying. But I think honestly, like
2021,
like he did have an impact on that first Super Bowl win. He actually had the huge punt return that set up the game-winning score. So he did have an impact on that first Super Bowl. Maybe not, a consistent impact, but he stepped up in a big moment for him. I'll give him that. But somebody's going to pay the kid. I mean, he's definitely a problem off the field, but I mean, he's good. He's got quick feet. His hands are questionable, but somebody's going to get a shot on a minimum salary, deal, and he's going to have to go prove himself. There's really no other way to say it, but I did think it was funny as hell, and I'm sure for Giant fans, it's even more amusing. But that's what.
Agreed.
No offense, but that is just it's just more amusing because you're pissed that you got him that the Giants took him first overall, which isn't his fault, and then he sucked for you and went and won a Super Bowl. I mean, that's really what makes Giants find it funny, if we're being honest.
Man, I'm really looking at this draft, and this was the Zach Wilson draft. Jets should have taken Jamar Chase at the 2. Should have just taken him at the 2, bro. Anyway, so you said that you guys missed out on Michael Parsons.
Wasn't it that
Dallas
draft?
had the 12th pick that year. You guys had the 20th. You guys took Darius at the 20. And Dallas took
Either
Michael at
way,
the 12.
we could have done anything. No, I think we traded back in that draft to take Tony.
Man, that I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
Okay.
We were up higher than Dallas, and I think we traded back and took Tony after we traded back.
Very possible. It doesn't tell me.
That's the Gettleman move I remember. Garbage.
You, sir, spot on how that unfolded.
Who'd you trade with?
I forget. I got to be honest. I'm not 100% sure.
It's all good.
But
anyway.
I just remember it being a trade. They traded back, and then we got Tony, and it was garbage. So, needless to say, moving on. Week 1 next week. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. I'm gonna check back in with Joey though, because I want to know you feeling any more confident? Because I don't think you can feel any I don't know.
About what?
About your Jets, Aaron
about
Rodgers,
our
the
tortilla
whole
slap bet. I
about any of
feel
it.
very confident in our tortilla slap bet. Thank you very much.
You're gonna lose the Met one, by the way.
Oh yes, that one I agree. There's a possible 3 slaps in 4 or 5 week span that I could get from you.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for Joey.
It's not good. But I'll take it like a man. I'll take it on the air. I'll take a tortilla to the face.
An ice cold tortilla.
No,
comes right out of the fridge.
Not cold. Warm it up.
Oh wow, ice cold. That's savage.
But no, honestly, I do feel confident about the Jets. Especially if Trent Williams isn't there, good. I hope they don't sign Trent Williams. I hope he sits out week 1. I hope Purdy gets smacked in the face. I understand it's preseason, but the Jets
I don't think he's sitting out week 1.
Jets D looks serious.
Dave, you think Trent Williams misses week 1?
I mean, I think Trent Williams is probably the most important player on their entire roster. So
I agree.
They
Protection
better
for
hope
Purdy, CMC, all of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And maybe he sits out. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
The 3-game losing streak they went on last season. The only player that didn't play in all 3 games, Trent Williams. That's all you need to know.
Interesting.
Literally, that's all you need to know. When they lost 3 in a row, that man did not play a single game.
He's an important piece. And listen, but that's why I think eventually you're going to start seeing them more and more getting the money, getting prioritized, because you've got to start protecting your quarterback and your other big pieces, and the only way to do that is by paying the guy. That's why next in line is going to get paid.
Sit out week 1, Trent. Kick your feet up. Watch the game. Watch Purdy get killed.
They're still getting beaten week 1, even if Trent Williams sits out.
No, I don't believe it. Honestly, I told you 17-10. 17-10, the Jets are winning.
Dave, without
Monday Night
Trent
Football.
Williams, Jets winning that game?
I think they got a hell of a better chance to.
Doesn't want to give away his pick just yet.
7 sacks.
He wants to see which way it goes.
7 sacks if Trent Williams does not play. 7 sacks. Calling it.
7 sacks?
Yeah. 17-10, baby, with 7 sacks.
But you guys still don't have Reddick, so who's
That's
sacking?
fine.
Who's sacking the quarterback? You don't have Hall, who's I think the team leader last year.
That's fine.
And
bro.
you don't have Reddick. So who is getting these 7 sacks?
Quinnen's gonna have 2. Jermaine Johnson's gonna have 2, and then who's the corner? DJ Reed, he's gonna have a sack. They're gonna do a corner blitz. He's gonna get 1. One of safety's gonna get 1. They're coming from everywhere, bro.
You are higher than I thought.
I am. Especially if you look at the video, you can see my eyes are very shut. Yeah. But I got confidence in my Jets, bro. I really do. I think they're going to run the ball, kill the clock, play good D, and win close games. I honestly believe that.
All right. Well, you're going to have to hold fast to that belief.
And if not, then I might cry
Much
on
like
Dave's
Dave's
shoulder
belief
when
that
I get
Dak's
smacked
actually
by
gonna
a tortilla.
sign.
Yeah, I'm holding on. I'm holding on right now for picking that game.
So we know who Eric's taking. We know who I'm taking. We just need to know who Dave and
Well, listen,
Fife are taking.
Dave and Fife, they got a little bit of time to sit on
Yes,
it too.
they do.
I got a couple fantasy drafts between now and then as
Oh,
well.
I do too.
I don't know, Dave,
all
you got
have
any
one on
left?
Tuesday.
Yeah, we got one on Tuesday. I got one on Monday as well.
So do I.
I got one Monday night. I got one Tuesday. I got one actually at 8 o'clock tonight. I might have to start the first round of that. Well, if we're still on here, that one's just a family free fun. It's a fun league. It's
Definitely
all
get
family.
that up, bro. Get it up just in case.
So
Yeah, I got one Tuesday and one on Wednesday.
nice.
Maybe we do the draft here. We all do it on our phones, and that's our podcast.
We
next Tuesday.
hey that, and we got to do picks though too. So we'd have to do that. It'd be
picks.
before or after, but I could be down with that. I don't know how Dave feels. Oh, online anyway, so at least it's a timed one, which I think we all prefer the actual timer.
I definitely.
I don't know about you, but I definitely do. I appreciate the getting together, but the timer I think is 100% necessary.
Hours.
Dave, how do you feel about the timer?
I mean, when I do the online draft, I like the timer. It can get stressful at times, but I definitely the timer makes life a lot easier. But nothing trumps getting together. I don't care.
I wonder from now on, dude, because most of the people have, girlfriends, wives, kids. If maybe we need to do a Sunday barbecue, we start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We bring everybody somewhere, all the kids, all the wives. They all hang out, have fun while we do the draft, and we make a big day of it.
I'm pretty sure we're trending in that direction, my friend.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's trending.
Or it's a 9-hour draft, but we're all just chilling, barbecuing,
I even
enjoying
like the idea of maybe, once, twice, 3 times a season, even just getting together and hanging out and watching game, red zone, whatever, and barbecuing. I think all that is a good idea.
That'd be cool.
But I'm going to transfer us off this football news for a minute here. And because I think we've hit the football limit this week as far as before going into picks, games, that kind of thing.
Dave dropped the big announcement with the Aiyuk signing, so that took us
Oh,
off,
that was,
man.
listen, that was a but speaking of it, there's another
News of the week.
there's another big signing, which to me is a nothing burger, because if it didn't get done, I'd wonder why. But Steph Curry, $62 million to play for the Warriors next year, got done today as well. Don't know if you heard about that.
Only a 1-year deal?
1-year deal, $62 million. Apparently, him and LeBron have been trading jokes back and forth, and him in a Laker jersey. LeBron's been sending pictures of him in a Laker jersey and stuff. I don't know, just stuff I've heard out there. But yeah, 1 year, $62 million. But again, I think this opens him up because now I think he's eligible for more $60 million extensions in the future too. So, yeah, that's a hell of a lot of money. But I mean, who else were the Warriors going to give it to? Honestly.
Yeah, I mean the problem is though, who do they really have on their team? I mean, it's basically I respect Steph for staying there and wanting to stay there, but it's also what are they really going to do? How much is he going to be able to carry him at 30? What is he? 32, 33 years old?
Yeah, at least.
I mean,
I mean, listen, he's the greatest pure shooter of all time.
He's 36.
36.
He's a little
so yeah. I mean, can't really rely on him to just carry this team when there's not much around him. So I mean, I think it's rough, man. I mean, good for him, right?
Yeah, definitely
I'm
good
glad
for
he got
him.
his money. like at the same time, like, what are we more like? Do we want to win or do we just want to get paid? So, I mean,
Steph's
I
at the
just think
point of his career, though, where he just wants to get paid. He's ready to put some money in the bank. He's won how many titles already? He might get hungry for one
3?
more. 4, I think. I think they got 4.
No, 1 without Durant. 2 without Durant.
2 without Durant, 2 with Durant. I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Yeah, no, you're
I could be wrong.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, where else is he going to go? But at the same time, like, he's got to put money in the bank now at 36 years old. What's he got? Even if you go another 3 years beyond this, which you can do, they'll probably pay him. But then that's it. Like, at 39 years old, he's got to be close to done, don't you think?
I mean, for his sake, I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see how he could play much more past that without just being a straight up role player. And why do that when I'm sure he can go make a lot of money being either a broadcaster, doing his own stuff, like whether it be, producing or doing his own shows or podcasts or whatever he wants to do. I'm sure he would do and make a ton of money doing it. So
definitely. I thought I read somewhere on here that him, Durant, and LeBron are the only 3 players to have made over $500 million from the league.
Probably.
I can't find it, but I thought I'd read that somewhere.
I saw the same thing, Joey. I know what you're talking about. You're right.
That's crazy, dude.
That is.
$500 million.
Listen, he's going to arguably go down as a top 10 player. I mean, it depends on how people look at the top 10, but some people argue to put Steph in there because of his pure shooting. Like, he changed the game. He is the reason that I'll transition again because I'm getting good at this. He's the reason that Caitlin Clark is Caitlin Clark. He's the reason. Yeah. He is the reason. He's the reason that she is where she is, and she set the rookie record now in the WNBA, which, by the way, nobody talks more WNBA than we do. And we're going to continue that trend here because she sets the WNBA rookie record for threes with still 9 regular season games left to go. I think she already has the rookie record for assists. Angel Reese, we talked about, she's setting records that, like,
20 rebound
people
games.
Like Wilt Chamberlain are involved in records that she's and milestones that she's hitting when it comes to rebounds. What, 3 straight 20 rebound games?
Crazy.
What she's been able to do, I mean, they're unbelievable. And I can't marvel enough at them. They're both playoff teams, by the way, too. The 7 and 8 seeds respectively. I think Indiana's 7. And Chicago is 8.
And I think this is the most wins Indiana's had in like the last 7 years or something like that, too.
Yeah. I think they both get spanked by the New York Liberty, in the playoffs at some point whenever they got to face
They're
them.
on a mission this year.
They're, I think, the best team in the league, 26 and 6 record.
They're looking to win.
Well, they got, again, phenomenal growth. Before there was Caitlin Clark, there was Sabrina Ionesco. There was Brianna Stewart. There were other really great collegiate females that came into the WNBA that didn't get that hype that, but I'm just saying Brianna Stewart and Ionesco are still, I think, in their 20s. They're still relatively young, but they're big stars that I remember hearing.
Skylar Diggs, I remember.
Yeah. Lots of them. But they're phenomenal. Dave, any thoughts on these women breaking more records and looking like both are going to be playoff teams?
Honestly, I mean, I don't think a lot of people, even by adding Caitlin Clark, had Indiana becoming a playoff team. So I think that's really impressive. And I think, almost arguably the most important thing or most entertaining or interesting thing we're going to see happen is, like, which one of these, between Clark and Reese, who ends up getting Rookie of the Year? Mm-hmm. They both have a solid case for it. And neither one of them have a case for MVP.
Whoever doesn't get it's going to be bitter, though.
I think Aja Wilson. I can't remember her name now.
Yeah,
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
Yeah. She's your MVP. I don't think anybody's really arguing that. So, but who's going to get Rookie of the Year out of these two? I think that's going to be a fun little voting experience and interesting to see how it unfolds.
Absolutely, but I listen. I think if both these teams make it deep into the playoffs, or if either of these teams make it deep into the playoffs, we should get together and watch a game. if they make it to the finals, I'll say if either of these teams make it to the finals, we should watch one of the games together.
I think the dream scenario for the WNBA is having the two of them meet in the conference championship.
Yeah.
Being the 7-8 seed, the only way they'd play each other.
Yeah. I guess you're right about
That'd
that.
be cool.
Based on the seedings as they sit now. Again, it's still 9 games to go. So not sure if the seeding can change. But yeah, hell of a season for both of these young women, and they are absolutely phenomenal. They play basketball in a way that's just it's reaching people now that it's never reached before, and
She has a lot to do with it.
It's great to see. I got to be honest. More sports. It's just more sports to get hyped up about. And listen, who doesn't like seeing people break records, set records, have fun? You know, that was the whole hype behind Steph Curry. She was coming in shooting logo threes before she would. Like, you know, she mirrors her game mirrors a lot to me to what Steph does. I think that it's phenomenal to watch, and to think that we watch Steph now for 12, 13, 14 years. We have at least that to go of watching Caitlin Clark or more. So I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm going to keep pumping up the WNBA. I think we all are. And yeah, I think if I had to put my money on it right now and a hill to die on tonight, I'm going to say they screw Caitlin Clark out of it and Angel Reese wins the Rookie of the Year.
Angel Reese did have a stronger start to the season. She adjusted better to the game than Clark did at first. So I'll definitely say that. But I also think when you look at it, right, like I think Clark's had the stronger back halves of the season. So I mean, both kind of there's going to be a case for each woman, and it's going to be interesting to see how the votes unfold. I mean, you could see a shared MVP. Maybe
that's possible. I'm trying to look up on DraftKings with the. I can't find future bets for WNBA. Here we go.
Future bets for the WNBA. I gotta say that they're definitely gonna be they're not high favorites. I can tell you that. I'm gonna say plus 3,200 for.
I can't even
find it.
I can't even get it.
All right, no worries. But I'm gonna say it's probably pretty big odds against both those either team to win out.
No, I wasn't gonna say that, but Rookie of the Year, I would imagine it's like Caitlin Clark like minus 200, and then Angel Reese is like plus 100. That would mean that it's a close race.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do not have that stat. We could get it next time though.
Just check.
That's definitely right.
Joey's doing his damnedest to find it.
I just want to see if it's a close race. That's all. That's all. Caitlin Clark is a minus 5,000 favorite for WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Does it even mention?
That means that she has it locked up. That's what minus 5,000 means. Angel Reese is second with plus 1,500.
Wow, yeah. So Vegas is leaning heavily to Clark.
That's what I said, but I did preface what I said by...
That's crazy.
They would screw Caitlin Clark out of it and give it to Angel Reese. I might throw $10 down on Angel Reese. It might be worth it.
Minus 5,000 is pretty much guarantee, though.
That's why I wouldn't put it on the minus 5,000. You make no money on that. But if I put $10 on Angel Reese, I might, I can get decent money back.
If it hits.
If it hits, I can get, what, 150 back? I don't know. Might be worth taking a stab at. You throw $1 down. That's why, like, to be honest, that's what it's a little bit better to, sometimes, to just take $1. It's easy to take a shot. You can take a shot with a scratch off for $1. You know what I mean? Same thing.
That's true. It's 9 minutes before 8.
Yeah, that's all right. Like I said, I can draft from the phone. I'm not opposed to it, but I know it's about that time we're going to wrap up anyway. So,
Got to get that draft underway, baby.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a family league. It's a 2-quarterback league. I've never done a 2-quarterback.
Take quarterback early.
Yeah, but it's a small league. It's like one of the
Get at least one.
Yeah, it's like a 6-team league. It's a very small league. It's
Gotcha.
first year we're doing this as like family only. Otherwise, I would have actually asked you guys to join, but again, we just kept it family.
No worries.
So my nephew William, it's his first year going to be in it. So
All right, let's get
like,
another guy.
Yeah,
into
he's
it.
like
All
10.
right.
He's getting into
Another
football.
person.
He's actually a Tampa Bay.
He's a Buck fan.
Yeah, he's a Buck fan because he got into it when Brady
Baker,
was there.
let's go.
And then they won, and he liked him because they won, and he liked, the pirate theme, whatever.
Yeah.
He was a younger kid at the time, but he still followed through with them. And so I give him credit because
That's
at least
cool.
he's holding true to his fandom. He remembered what he liked, and he keeps liking it. So,
Mike
yeah,
Evans,
he's
Baker.
he's a Bucks fan. His father's a Redskins fan. His mother's a Giant fan.
Commanders,
and he is,
bro. They're Commanders.
Commanders. They're fighting to get the name back. I'm gonna start pushing it again. No, I Commanders, whatever you want to call them. Washington,
Football team. I like the football team.
the football team.
I like WFT. Makes you think.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Makes me think. What the?
Very good, Joey. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get running into that, and in the meantime, hey Dave, where can we find you?
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter, David Hastings 23, if I remember correctly. I always tend to forget, but
Nice.
that'd be it. Hastings 23 on the tweet machine.
The tweet machine. Tweet machine.
Call it X. I still be tweeting.
Nice.
So you can find me on the tweetosphere.
So, real quick.
I send you tweets on the tweetosphere.
I'm not
That
gonna
you
ask.
do, sir.
Another question. Another day I'll ask. Off the air I will ask.
All right, very good. Where can I find you, Joey?
You can find me on Instagram at Joey Doth 47, baby. Not baby, just Joey Doth 47. Where can they find you?
They can
Eric?
find me at The Living Legend. They can find our fourth co-host here, who is... Want to come up and say hi, bud? Oh, yeah. See? There he is. This is our buddy Louie, our fourth unofficial co-host. And you can follow him at Louie Aussie Dude on Instagram. And until next time, I mean, don't be afraid to have an opinion. Like, follow, subscribe, share, do all those fun things.
Oh yeah.
And join us next time to Die on This Hill.
Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Carl. Love you guys. We good?
We are good.
All right.
Saved, and I am stopping the stream.
Dave.
Good night to all, and to all, good night.
Oh, peace.